It's time for our podcast, friendy. What a show it was today.
What a show. You're a non-practicing Catholic.
Well,
I'm not a Catholic.
I've got the guilt. The Catholics, you get the guilt.
Well, I asked you if you had knowledge about what Lent is.
I do. You got to give up stuff you love.
Right, and you've given up pursuing Sydney Sweeney for a week.
Just for the week.
Just for the week.
The week of Lent.
Well, I'd be interested to see what the Catholic Church through history and around the world has deemed edible. If you have to eat seafood on the Friday, some unusual creatures still have made it onto that list.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's what the Catholic religion, they can bend the rules a little bit.
And there's been calls for passengers to be breathalyzed before going on flights. How do you feel about that? We put that to the pub test. And we take your calls for the tribal drum about some unusual behaviour you have seen on planes.
Yeah. Also, Amanda has joined an elite club, the Voiceover Club or the VO Club.
The VO Club.
You're in the VO Club. You are narrating the new show Airborne.
Channel 10 tonight, 7:30.
I gave you some pointers.
Did you?
Well, I hosted Motorbike Cops.
Yeah, they're very similar, sort of an Attenborough-esque documentary series and Motorbike Cops.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
I think we
anyway,
should put them together.
Maybe we should.
We should do a collab. We should do a show.
All of that is coming up.
Enjoy this.
Right now, by the miracle of recording, we had so many requests for them to do it again.
Mistress Amanda.
Miss Keller.
Amanda. Doesn't work alone.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Her friend is in a back room making the tools of the trade.
I've heard them describe him as a drunken idiot.
Sorry, I've been drinking beer.
The legendary pirate Jonesy and Amanda the actress.
Hello, Wiggles. Congratulations, Mandy. We're on the radio right now.
What is it, you nutface?
Jonesy and Amanda, you're doing a great job.
You have no empathy for anyone but yourself, you giant tool.
Now's the time to hear good radio.
Sorry, a bit of a tongue twist there.
But you're an idiot.
Jonesy and Amanda are here.
It's showtime, a-holes. We're on the air.
Top of the morning to you, Amanda.
Hello, how are you today?
I am very, very well.
That's good.
I like you in that blue shirt.
Thank you.
I think blue's your colour.
Do you?
Are you an autumn person?
You know, I've never understood the getting your colours done stuff. People for 40 years have tried to do this with me and they say, look how it washes you out. Look how this does this. I can't see any difference.
I was in a David Jones. I needed to buy a new suit. I've got a million black suits and I thought I'm going to buy...
You'll get a lucky blue suit.
I was going to get a lucky blue suit. And I went in there and this suit just popped. And the man appeared out of nowhere. Yes. And I said, I love this. And he goes, it suits you. And he put it on.
He put it on.
My shoulders, he said, were perfect for this suit. And I went, and you got 50% off. And he said, everything but this suit.
Oh, yeah.
And I was one of those moments where I said, I don't care, I'm just going to take this suit.
Did you buy the suit?
I bought the suit.
Nice.
I didn't know how much it was going to be, though. Then there's that moment of just going, no. What if it's like one of those stupid get-out-of-town expensive suits?
$4,000 suit.
Yeah, and I thought, ooh. But it was $650, which I thought was kind of reasonable.
That's kind of reasonable.
Like it's no Kelly country.
No, but if you're looking for a beautiful suit that you'll have forever, beautiful.
What about you tonight on the telly?
Yes.
Airborne is happening.
It's a beautiful show. It's almost Attenborough-esque. It's this fantastic show called Airborne on Channel 10. It goes over the next 4 weeks. 7:30, and I'm the narrator, but the vision is absolutely extraordinary. It's not just about birds, it's about snakes and gibbons and all kinds of creatures that have learned to be airborne, whether it's for procreation, to find food, for migration. The genetics of it is extraordinary, and the footage is spectacular.
It is about the narration, though, isn't it?
Oh, no. I'm more than a tree climber. More than cold-blooded. More than a web weaver.
Get a bit of web weaver.
Well, that's the promo. That's not for the promo, you have to sass it.
You got to sass
My reading for the actual show is much more considered.
Yeah, I know. Like when I was doing the voice for Motorbike Cops, you remember that? It's peak hour on a Thursday and the Motorbike Cops are patrolling the Sydney CBD when they spot one guy in a big hurry.
Is this you being competitive?
No,
Because
not
you
at
go,
all.
yeah, I'm better. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying
I
that
think
at
you
all.
are. Your face is going, yeah, listen to him. He's good.
No,
His
listen.
lucky blue suit.
This is you.
And more than just a fish.
Yeah, that's you. And then it's me. And if there was a ticket for being a dickhead,
different style.
he'd get that one too.
What are you trying to do, Brendan?
Doing nothing.
Yes,
anyway, because of your show...
Am I not allowed to have anything nice?
Because of your show, we are putting the full Jeopardy on Instagram today.
Instagram, that's right. Airborne. Instagram today is thanks to Airborne. And you can win not just $2,000, you can win $3,000 if you go all the way and get the bonus question right.
You can triple your money.
Look, do you want to be a voiceover guy?
I think I do.
Okay.
Amanda doesn't know what she's doing.
Brendan is very competitive.
Now you got to do
No, I'm not going to.
Get on the mic and go and do it.
And with one leap, he landed safely and secured his future for another day.
That's very good.
Thank you. It was that kind of thing.
That is very good.
I did that voice when I asked me last week to audition for Motorcycle Cop.
So we've got that. We've also got the Magnificent Seven. We can't do anything until we do that.
Question number 1. Which 2 ingredients make a peanut butter sandwich?
Jam Nation. Top of the morning to you. We are into the Magnificent Seven. There are 7 questions. Can you go all the way and answer all 7 questions correctly? If you do that, Amanda will say.
Well, I'll say we've got a great prize today for the Jam Pack. Dinner for 2 at Sailmaker Restaurant. This is at the Hyatt Regency in Sydney. That's absolutely beautiful.
It's a great spot.
Remember, that's where we hosted that wedding.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah, that's a great hotel overlooking Darling Harbour. It's spectacular.
When we're in Sydney, we only stay at the Hyatt Regency.
That's if we're not staying at the Grace Hotel, which is also sometimes our man of the match.
We're a bit Paul Young wherever we lay our hats.
That's our home.
If Paul Young came into my house wearing a hat...
I say, don't put your hat down. You're not staying here. Mate, you're not staying.
Russell has joined us.
Hello, Russell.
Good morning.
Good morning. Question number 1 for you. Which 2 ingredients make a peanut butter sandwich?
Oh, that would have to be bread and peanut butter.
Yes, I'm intrigued. Do you ever put butter on a peanut butter sandwich?
Yeah, I do. That's something that's come into my life recently, though.
How about you, Russell? Do you do that?
Oh, no, only if it's toast.
Yeah, that's the thing.
The toast
you have to have butter on the toast. That's right.
In American slang, what are Benjamins? You say in American slang, hey, would it kill you to give me some Benjamins for this?
It would be money.
Yeah, it's money.
I've never heard it.
Yeah, Benjamins, because it's on the $100 bill.
Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah, you're shelling out the dough.
So right, okay, there you go. Question number 3, let's do When Siri Sings. When Siri sings. What song, Russell, is Siri singing?
Never gonna stop. Give it up. Such a dirty mind. I always get it up for the touch of the younger kind. I...
What's that song?
I like it.
Don't know, Russell? You sound a bit titillated.
Sexy. It's dead sexy.
I know it. But I just can't think of the name of the song.
Sorry, Russell. It's one of the most common songs in the history of the universe.
Let's hear it again.
Never gonna stop. Give it up. Such a dirty mind. I always get it up for the touch of the younger kind.
Ooh.
I'd blow a whistle down the line if Siri said that to me.
Do you know the answer?
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast.
We are into the Magnificent Seven.
We're up to question number 3. It's When Siri Sings.
When Siri sings.
Janet is in Hornsby. Hello, Janet.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. Have a listen to this.
Never gonna stop. Give it up. Such a dirty mind. I always get it up for the touch of the younger kind.
Ooh.
What's Siri creeping us out with there? What's that song?
That'll be My Sharona.
Yes,
by the
it
Knack.
is. That's it. Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Now,
Doug.
question 4 is also a musical, but it's a musical question, but it is multiple choice, Janet. In the song Hey Jude by the Beatles, how many times do they go, na, 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 Hey Jude? How many times? Is it A, under 20, B, over 30, C, in between 20 and 30? Don't count. How many are there, you reckon?
Over 30?
No, it's not over 30. Sorry.
I think so, because it kind of goes on forever.
Yeah.
It's a bit of the DJ's friend, Hey Jude, because you can
Chop
fade
it off at any time.
at 3 minutes and 20, or you can let it go for the full 6 minutes 40.
Yeah, if you have to go to the toilet, say.
If you've got a situation, you might want to, go to the loo or
Put
have
money
a
in your
cigarette
parking
or
meter.
Any of those things. Dell is in Winston Hills.
Hello, Dell.
Hello.
So this part of the song here.
No.
This part of the song, how many times do they go, na, 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 Hey Jude? Is it under 20 or is it between 20 and 30?
I think under 20.
Yeah, it's 18 times apparently.
18 times.
That's all.
I remember working with Rabs Warren and he'd say, Jones, can you put on Hey Jude? I've just got to go to the facilities.
Didn't he want Evie part 1, 2 and 3?
Del, question number 5 for you. True or false? Pop rock singer Richard Marx is the grandson of communist revolutionary Karl Marx. Is that true or is it false?
False.
It is false. What a shame.
Yeah, that's a...
Question number 6, Del. In rugby...
Sorry, new boy Tom's not here today.
No,
He's having a day. What's the matter?
I don't know. So Jonesy's pressing all my buttons.
Well, I got to focus on the Magi.
Who's that?
You, Del. I've got to focus on you, and so my eyesight's not as good with the mouse here.
Okay, that's all right. You're doing very well.
Thank you.
Question number 6. In rugby league, how many points are awarded for a converted try, Del?
A converted try is 6.
Correct, which brings you to question number 7.
Here we go. The new show Airborne that kicks off tonight is narrated by which radio superstar?
It's Amanda Keller.
Yes, it is, Del.
She is so good on that show.
And it's on Channel 10 tonight at 7:30. Come for the narration, but stay for the incredible vision.
And more than just a fish.
There you go. And it'll be more than just a fish that you'll see. Del, congratulations. You have won the Jam Pack.
You've got it all coming your way. Dinner for 2 at Sailmaker Restaurant, 5-star Eastern dining at Sailmaker Restaurant, Hyatt Regency, Sydney. A family pass to Sea Life Sydney Aquarium, Wildlife Sydney Zoo. Explore Animal Crossing, New Horizons at Sea Life Sydney Aquarium. And Jonesy and Amanda Coach is yours for you to colour in and some Staedtler pencils. Del, I say, is there anything you'd like to add to all of this?
Oh, just thank you very much, Jonesy and Amanda. That's great. Thank you.
Del, congratulations.
Textbook, Del.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Good morning.
Miss Keller.
Amanda.
Am I going to see Jonesy?
I've heard them describe him as a drunken idiot.
I'm not drunk. I've had a couple of drinks.
Thumbing through the Jalmanac, our big book of musical facts. On this day in 1982, Split Enz released 6 months in a leaky boat.
You know, it's hard to believe. That's a nice little jaunty song. I mean, Tim Finn wrote it after he read The Tyranny of Distance, How Distance Shaped Australia's History, about the 6 month trip that Captain Cook did.
Yep.
Little ditty. Really? It is, isn't it? But it was banned in England because of the Falklands War.
Yeah, of course. That's
right.
Imagine
that.
They're very sensitive about any sort of songs. But you look at that, 6 months in a leaky boat back in the 1770s. These days, China, poof, here they are.
What do you mean?
Well, China and their big ships.
Yeah.
Straight away.
Yeah. And some of that footage you see of those ocean liners on the big high seas and the big hard weather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what about you? Not wanting to go on a day trip on the ferry to Manly yesterday.
Why would I want to have a giant throw up in front of you because you'd never mention it again?
It would have been great.
They should be the lyrics of this song.
Indeed.
Jam Nation.
We're coming up to Easter. I'm not a Catholic, but what's Lent? I know generically and generally what Lent is, that Catholics don't eat meat on Good Friday.
Yeah. And Lent, you give up stuff that you like.
For how long?
For the period of Lent.
And what's that?
It's a period.
And what do you give up?
Well, I give up things that are very dear to me.
Well, no, what do you give up things? Do you eat fish on Good Friday?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, so
no,
you don't
no,
eat
I
meat.
don't.
No,
I eat the fish. I eat the fish because, I'm Catholic. I'm a bit of a lapsed Catholic. And I go to church on Christmas Day. I take my mum along to Christmas Day church, and I grab my little heathen kids if they want to come along to church, but they weren't raised as Catholic. My wife is not a fan of Catholics. She was actually told when she was young, do not marry someone of the Catholic
faith. It's hard
faith.
to believe it was just a generation ago that was still a big divide in Australia.
So, I went to Catholic school, I went to Catholic church when I was a kid, and there's a lot of, rituals that goes with it.
Well, this is interesting because...
but I have faith. Whenever Christians come up and they say, be a part of the Lord. And I go, well, yeah, I believe in the Lord. So you already got me.
Okay.
And then they leave me be.
Well, it is a period of penance leading up to Easter, abstaining from eating meat on the Friday and during Lent. What's interesting, though, to me is over the years, the definition of what seafood is for the Catholic Church, because sometimes that stuff has been branded as seafood in areas over time where fish and easy seafood wasn't available. So, for example, I'll just read you what I saw on socials yesterday. Parts of the Catholic Church have expanded the definition of fish to include other critters. For example, over Lent, if you don't want to eat meat, but you can eat a capybara. You know what a capybara is? It's like it's the size of a wombat, even bigger. It's like a guinea pig.
Right.
It's massive. You can eat that during Lent. It's been approved for consumption because of its semi-aquatic nature. You know what else you can eat? You can eat an alligator. Alligator is considered seafood. It's based on the rule that cold-blooded animals are classified as fish for fasting purposes.
Right.
So you can eat an alligator. In parts of Michigan, you can eat a muskrat. Muskrats can be substituted for fish. For centuries, the Catholic Church has historically granted an exemption in parts of Michigan, allowing muskrat consumption during Lent. The muskrats are going, oh, great. And you know what else you can eat? You can eat beaver. You can eat a beaver. Yep. Beaver meat is approved fish for Lent. In 1760, a bishop in Quebec officially allowed beaver meat for local trappers based on the beaver's aquatic lifestyle. You could eat a mermaid if you wanted to. That's an aquatic lifestyle.
Just the fish bit.
Well, I don't know. It's got an aquatic lifestyle. So historically, you can bend some of those rules. So if you're thinking, I'm bored with just having a normal piece of, bream.
Yeah.
Maybe have a capybara.
But I've given up beaver for Lent.
Have you?
It's one of my favourite things.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Let's get on down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test. There's been a spate of incidents on Jetstar flights lately. People are calling for people to be breathalyzed before getting on a Jetstar plane.
Well, there have been two incidents. We saw a few days ago, two men got into a scuffle on a Bali flight. Someone wanted to recline a seat. Then last night, a woman managed to lift the door's handle. She tried to open the door on a flight from Bali to Melbourne. The plane had to return to Denpasar where she was taken off the plane. So this is interesting. The Australian Traveller founder, Quinton Long, has said the only solution that airlines have is to breathalyse people before they get on and enforce those rules.
Whoa.
But what does breathalyzing them mean? I mean, for lots of people, that's part of the holiday. And you can have 2 beers and you're okay. Next person can have 2 beers and not be okay, but you're not operating machinery.
No.
So who's deciding who should get on and who shouldn't?
There's a bit of profiling.
And how long would it take to breathalyse everyone? Let's just delay our flights by an hour.
It'd be like me when I walk into the house after having too many shed beers and I talk to my wife, hello, how are you today?
But if you're operating a plane, that's different. If you're being a passenger on a plane, you might just sit there and fall asleep. How many people are going to turn violent and aggressive?
But we have had as many incidents in as many days.
I know, that's true.
And in fact, we've got a call. The girls have just waved someone through. Anonymous has something to say about this. Hello, Anonymous.
Good morning, Jonesy. Good morning, Amanda. How are we?
Very well. What story have you got to tell?
Okay, so I'm surprised this hasn't been released at this stage, but this did happen yesterday at approximately 4 p.m. at the Qantas International Airport departures. A gentleman's come into the airport of a large nature and punched a 90-year-old in the stomach, thrown her up against a window. And then a very brave Qantas staff approached the gentleman to try and settle it down. He got head-butted in the head by this guy.
Jeepers.
And now I don't know who else was affected. I believe there was a couple other people hit as well. It took 10 passengers to jump on this guy and bring him to the grounds.
Wow.
I think the AFP finally got there and they arrested the gentleman. Now, I don't know if this is alcohol-induced or drug-induced, but at the end of the day, you hitting a 90-year-old person is just above and beyond. It's not acceptable, nor is it hitting any sort of staff and or Qantas staff. And that's basically what happened yesterday afternoon at 4 o'clock.
And this is completely random. This person didn't know any of these people he was attacking.
I don't even think he was a passenger. He's just come in as a random.
See, the thing is, you make the point, though, is that maybe it's not alcohol.
Yes.
Maybe mental illness, drugs. How do we screen the world?
Yeah, and how did this not get out there?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm very surprised, yes.
Well, thank you for bringing that to our attention.
Thank you. So no one wants people like that anywhere near airplanes.
Not on a plane.
No, you don't. You're in a small tube and it's terrifying. Having said that, to play devil's advocate, if no one is allowed to say, where do you set the limit? 0.05. You're on holidays, your flight's delayed, you're going to have a couple of champagnes. Should that be stopped? So how do you feel? Being breathalyzed before boarding a plane, does this pass a pub test?
Jam Nation.
Now's the time to hear good radio.
On your barbie chicken. On your what? On your mommy chicken.
Jonesy and Amanda are here.
Wednesday, 2nd of April. How's the stops being pulled out for my birthday
Your
tomorrow?
birthday tomorrow.
Yeah. Stops are being pulled out?
There are so many stops being pulled out. I'm putting some in and taking other ones out.
Right, okay.
What are your
Prepared for this.
What are your expectations? Let's just temper those starting right now.
Yeah, you know,
are you expecting Sydney Sweeney to come in here and sing Happy Birthday for you? Because let's just look at what my list of things we've got planned. That's not on the list.
Well, she is single at the moment.
Apparently so.
I'm not saying that.
Well, you've got no emotional baggage in any way.
Not that
You're ready to go.
Not at all.
No. Well, what are you hoping for tomorrow?
Just peace in the world.
Okay, well, that's more likely than Sydney Sweeney.
And maybe a new cordless drill because I dropped mine in the water.
All right, well, there you go.
That would be nice.
We've got plans.
Oh, I look forward to it.
Now, for the last 14 months, there's been much speculation about the new Beatles movie. Sam Mendes, famous director, he did American Beauty, he did a couple of James Bond films, Skyfall, Spectre. He was married to Kate Winslet before. They're divorced now. But he's a big-time movie director. And it was announced about 14 months ago he was going to make a Beatles movie. Well, and there's been lots of speculation about who was going to play these iconic roles.
Yeah.
It can't just be Mr. Bumnuts down the road. Can't be you, Brendan Jones. Who is it going to be? Well, it has been announced. Playing Paul McCartney is Paul Mescal. I like him. He's been in Gladiator 2, Normal People, Big Irish Hunk. Sexy, brooding, interesting.
Righto.
A guy called Harris Dickinson is going to be John Lennon.
Don't know
He
him.
was in Baby Girl alongside Nicole Kidman.
Oh, okay, right. The guy that drink your milk.
I haven't seen the film, but
I
who
watched
drank
it.
whose milk?
He makes her drink the milk.
Oh, how
Because
controversial.
it's like
He's worried about her bones?
It's like a reverse of 50 Shades of 50.
Okay, well, he'll be John Lennon.
50 Shades of Grey. 50 Shades of 50 is my book.
Yeah, that's nothing like 50 Shades of Grey.
It's still got sex in there.
Has it? I don't remember any of that in your book. Just the magazines that your parents found under your bed.
Okay.
Playing George Harrison is Joseph Quinn. He was in Gladiator 2, Stranger Things, A Quiet Place.
Never heard of him.
And playing Ringo Starr is Barry Keoghan.
He's the one that looks like a...
He's got a head like a box of hammers, but they're strangely brooding and sexy. He was in Saltburn. He's been in The Batman, The Green Knight. He's also famous for having dated Sabrina Carpenter.
He's the bathwater drinker.
Yeah. So you get your milk or you get your bathwater. What I'm finding interesting here is they're saying there's going to be 4 biopics, one for each band member.
Oh, I like that.
Well, I don't understand how that's going to work. I guess when you're filming this, there's some generic filmmaking. Here's the scene where they're all playing in the cavern, say, and then you come in individually and film it maybe from Ringo's perspective, from George's perspective, and each one of those has their own film. Mm-hmm. So would you go and see one at a time? Are they all released at the same time? None of this information is available yet.
Yep.
That's why you can't make this kind of film with Santana, because they've had 68 band members.
Right.
Okay, third guy to the right. Now we're going to tell your story. Played by Brendan Jones.
The guy on the bongos. Good on you, bongo. Sorry, we've got no time for you. Well, I look forward to that.
More information as it comes to hand.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast. Jam Nation.
We're not gonna take it. I want you to get up right now. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell. I'm not gonna take this anymore.
Down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test. Today we're talking about breathalyzed before boarding a plane. Does it pass the pub test?
There have been 2 incidents, really.
And there was an incident. We just had an anonymous caller before 7 o'clock who told us about an incident at Qantas, not confirmed at this moment, but it hasn't been on the news or anything like that.
A huge man punched a 90-year-old woman, head-butted a member of Qantas staff, took 10 people to bring him down.
What's going on?
What is going on? In light of all this, the founder of Australian Traveller has said the only solution is to breathalyse before people go on board if they want to enforce those rules. But how does that work? It would slow down people getting onto the plane. Part of being on holidays is you can have a few drinks. You're not flying the plane.
Yeah.
But who knows who's going to turn aggressive? A few drinks might do it for some. One drink might do it for others. So how would this work? Breathalyzing before boarding a plane, does it pass the pub test?
No, I don't think it passes the pub test. I think it comes down to common sense. You know, you have one or two beers or a couple glasses of wine, you're full of knowing you're going on a long-haul flight, and in the aircraft itself will affect you. So therefore, common sense prevails. Don't get drunk before you get on board. Enjoy yourself. Wait till you get to your destination and have a good time.
If you go to work for the day, you should expect to have a safe work environment. So obviously something needs to be done, and if that's what they think it takes, then by all means, but I don't agree with it.
Yes, it does, because some people cannot handle their alcohol and they're just that stupid and immature.
No, it doesn't pass a pub test. I'm actually over this nanny world we live in, to be honest. What's next? You'll be getting a taxi home from the city, and all of a sudden they're going to breathalyze you and say, no, mate, you can't get in. See you later. I'm over it.
That's a fair point.
Jam Nation.
You hungry?
Starving. It ain't what you do, it's the way that you do it.
Never fancied a mouldy, bacteria-infested slab of meat?
It's not a bad duck enough.
Just fall off the bone.
That's what gets results.
Don't eat too much, though. Tends to give you diarrhea.
Nothing can possibly go wrong. TikTok Tucker. We make food from TikTok and eat it. Today, new boy Tom is having a day, so I have to do all his work, which is largely controlling the air conditioner and making the desk go up and down for this segment.
Does that mean that you'll eat his portion as well today of TikTok Tucker?
Well, it depends what that portion is, friend.
You like garlic.
I love garlic.
I don't mind garlic either, but I did come across an influencer, an Australian girl, who likes garlic a lot. Have a listen to this and then we'll explain what it is. She said this is what she likes for her evening snack.
So it is currently 9:30 p.m. and I'm having a little snacky snack. I've literally been craving garlic like literally all day today. Oh no, I'm not gonna have enough. Oh no, Cleo. Oh, that was a lot of chili. Chicken like a Polaroid picture. My quenches thirst. My thirst.
My quench is thirst. But what she is making, it's quite horrific. She just gets a giant jar of garlic, of pickled garlic.
Pickled garlic, yes, I know pickled garlic.
Yeah, so I've got that here. I'm going to put gloves on because I'm going to be handling jars of garlic and I don't want my hands to stink. God knows what our breath is going to do today. Have you got any plans to pash after the show?
Yeah.
Because it's your birthday tomorrow. I don't know what plans you've got. Trying to blow out the candles. You'll kill us all. I've amused myself.
Good.
All right, I've got gloves on. I have a jar of pickled garlic.
Mm-hmm. Where do you get pickled garlic from, just out of curiosity?
Supermarket.
Right? I've never seen it.
Well, let me explain this to you. Our producer, Meg, couldn't get a jar of pickled garlic. She found a jar of it, but the pickles weren't right. It was strange. So she has, it stinks. She has spent the morning peeling garlic.
She pickled the garlic.
She's pickled the garlic, but my point is, when you buy pickled garlic, it's probably taken some of the garlicky sting out of it.
Yeah,
this will have the garlicky sting in it.
So this isn't pickled garlic. It's just garlic.
But she's it's in some pickles. It's in a pickle juice.
So it's in the juice?
It's in the juice.
So how long has it been?
I don't know. Let's just eat it.
Because the pickling, it's the process. It's the brining.
It takes all that sting out.
Yeah.
The sting is still in. So we have a jar of pickled garlic.
So you have raw garlic.
Raw garlic. But it's in some pickle juice. What I add to this is a big of sriracha.
Yep.
Oh, come on. Ready?
Yep.
Oh, big squirt of sriracha. Is that enough, you think?
I can't really see much because I'm on the wrong side of town. Oh, yeah, that's a
bit more maybe.
Okay, sure.
A bit more. About that. And then on top of that, we put some thyme leaves.
Yep.
God, if I could turn back time, I wouldn't have taken this job.
You know your mic's on.
We put some thyme leaves in there.
Mm-hmm.
What we do now is we shake that up.
Yep.
And then what she does, and what I'm going to do,
shake it like a bowl,
and I'm going to let that marinate for a little while. Right. And then when oh God, it stinks. Yeah. When we return, I'm going to put this into bowls. I'm going to do exactly what she does. Mm-hmm. She gets a spoon and eats these cloves of garlic, 3 or 4 at a time.
Okay.
And that's what you and I are going to do.
I hope our quenches thirst.
I hope our quenches thirst.
We'll do that. We'll let that pickle for the next 7 minutes.
Yes, we'll do this as soon as we come back from the news. We are going to be eating our hot pickled breath.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
You hungry?
Starving. It ain't what you do, it's the way that you do it.
Ever fancied a mouldy, bacteria-infested slab of meat?
Not a bad tucker, that.
Just fall off the bone.
That's what gets results.
Don't eat too much, though. Tends to give you diarrhea.
TikTok Tucker. We make food from TikTok.
Can you lift the desk, please?
What's the matter?
Can you lift the desk, please? Because you put it down again. It needs to be a bit higher for my cooking skills. There we go. Lovely. Thank you. Thank you so much. You touch it by accident almost every day, and now you can't do it.
What about the desk?
The desk goes up
I feel
and
like
down.
Dickie Nee. Mr. Summers.
Well, what we're doing here is TikTok Tucker.
You must have been selling before electricity.
I saw this come up on my socials, this young Australian girl telling me what she likes for an evening snack.
And I'm having a little snacky snack. I've literally been craving garlic, like literally all day today. Oh no, I'm not gonna have enough. Oh no, clear. Oh, that was a lot of chili. Chicken like a Polaroid picture. My quenches thirst.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
My thirst.
Oh no. Okay.
Currently
anyway,
doing a
what
drive
she...
show on Kiss.
But her recipe is as follows.
Mm-hmm.
She took a giant jar of pickled garlic.
Yep.
She's added a giant squirt of sriracha and some thyme leaves.
Mm-hmm.
And she eats it with a spoon out of the jar. So while the news has been on,
This has been pickling.
It's been pickling. And it's been marinating. Pickling and marinating. We've got our garlic, we've got our sriracha, we've got our
You must
thyme
have
leaves.
some incredible powers because pickling, I understand, takes some time. But in the space of 7 minutes, you've managed to pickle this garlic.
That's what we're doing and that's what we're eating.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just spoon some of this out for you.
Pity new boy Tom's not here to enjoy this.
Yeah, he must have had some insight into what was going on today. All right.
Yep.
Here, probably 8 cloves of garlic covered in sriracha and thyme leaves. Now, you have to get a few of them and put... of all the ones we've done, this is the one I'm most reticent about.
Well, how much do we eat of this?
Well, she ate 4 or 5 cloves at a time and just kept going.
Right, okay.
When I say 3...
Yep. 3 or 2 or 1?
I'm going to say, when I say go, when I say 3, that makes no sense. But I've got 3 of them on my spoon. You do the same.
I got 3 on my spoon too.
Okay.
There you go.
Ready?
Rightio.
Set.
Down the hatch.
Go.
Oh, goodness, man, no.
Swallow it.
Oh, dark. Okay. Yeah.
No. It was the texture that got me. It was the texture of the garlic. It probably wasn't soft enough, but I didn't mind the taste. What did you think? If that was, see, that's not bad as a little snack. If you had a charcuterie plate
Yes.
and you had some olives, oh my God. You wouldn't play spin the bottle though, would you? Well, we'll have to see what the team says about our breath.
Yeah.
How did you feel?
It feels okay. Yeah. I feel like later on where I charcuterie myself. But right now...
I don't think it's as bad as I thought it was going to be. I spat it out because the texture was getting a bit too much.
Looks like Sydney Sweeney picked the wrong week to be single.
Starving. It ain't what you do, it's the way that you do it.
Ever fancied a mouldy, bacteria-infested slab of meat?
Not a bad tucker, that.
Just fall off the bone.
That's what gets results.
Don't eat too much, though.
There's a lot
Tends
of
to give you diarrhea.
Okay, there's a lot of blowback from it though, isn't there?
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation podcast.
Well, of course you would have the burps if you ate 3 to 4 cloves of raw garlic.
Of pickled garlic. It was pickled garlic. It was sriracha and thyme. If that was tossed through spaghetti with some olives, it would be delicious. It was just a bit intense. I've got a bit of heartburn. One of the producers said, "Do you want a cup of peppermint tea?" You know, to get rid of the taste.
I said I wouldn't mind a cup of tea.
Yeah, and she said to me, "Would you like a peppermint tea?" You said, "Oh, come on!" As if peppermint tea, how woke? Next, you'll be drying your anus in the sun to get the vibes. As if that was the thin edge of the wedge. A peppermint tea, how woke?
I didn't know it needed to be dried, but
I'm so woke. Now, speaking of influencers and food,
yes,
there's a lot of people at the moment who are banging on social media about their paleo diets. We've played this one before.
This is everything I eat in a day to build muscle. For breakfast, I had raw deer meat with olive oil, a glass of homemade raw kefir with a peach and coconut oil date.
Shut up.
Okay, all that stuff. Well, the Punsi paleo diets, there's lots of recipes that are abounding of, paleo basically is meat, poultry and fish, wild caught fish, blah, 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 healthy fats, oils, lots of tubers. You can't have dairy, processed food, grains, etc.
What's a tuber? Is it like a gourd?
Is it a potato? I think it's a potato. But turmeric.
What's a gourd then?
Probably something similar. Turmeric and quinoa porridge with coconut yogurt and bee pollen, roast pumpkin porridge, avocado fries. It's all that Punsi, I made this in my own garden stuff. That's the high-end paleo.
I blame Pete Evans. He started with activated almonds.
Yeah. One of these recipes, the avocado fries, is his. They're made from tapioca flour, white and black sesame seeds, and they're cooked in coconut oil, whatever. But have a listen to this. I found this in New Scientist. While you're reading Big and Bouncy at home, I read New Scientist.
I don't read it at home.
And you don't read. This is what this article is saying. Fancy eating the real paleo diet? Rotten meat should be top of your menu, preferably with a generous helping of maggots. That's next week's TikTok Tucker. Dietary records from every continent and climate are alive with maggots, worms, and the soft, smelly flesh of decaying animals. Many groups preferred rotten meat to fresh, said this evolutionary anthropologist. The more it stank, the better. In fact, it says, we seem to have evolved to eat rotten meat. Our stomachs are much more acidic than most other animals, more like those of vultures than primates and carnivores. But he dismisses the idea of a single paleo diet. Our ancestors, he said, ate what they could get, which included which varied hugely and included a lot of carbs. So if they could have got down to Macca's, they would have.
Yeah.
The side order of maggots.
Shut up and take my money.
Maybe instead of Macca's, it's just called maggots.
Okay.
Yeah. Lot to think about.
Jam Nation.
I demand entertainment. Are you not entertained?
Put on your dancing shoes.
Now give me your best shot.
With the news that's fit to print from the Daily Oz, M. Gillespie, hello.
Hello. A bit of a strange one to talk to you guys about today. Have you seen these headlines about Virginia Giuffre? She's the prominent Jeffrey Epstein accuser. She alleged that Prince Andrew had abused her. They settled out of court a few years ago. She is American, but she's been living in WA for some time. And she posted to Instagram this week claiming that she had 4 days to live, that she was involved in a serious crash, that she was suffering from kidney renal failure, and shared this really kind of disturbing image from a hospital bed. She had bruises all over her face, and said that she'd been hit by a bus that was travelling at 110 kilometres per hour. Now, this story blew up overseas. UK tabloids jumped on it. They've obviously got that angle with Prince Andrew and the interest there. US news outlets jumped on it really quickly. Of course, the Jeffrey Epstein side of it is interesting to readers over there. It garnered all of this global attention. And then people started kind of asking, well, if you're dying in 4 days, why are you posting on Instagram with this really long story about how you're ready to go, but you want to see your kids one more time? And then obviously internet sleuths started digging around. Local media here started asking questions. And we had a press conference from WA Police yesterday, which sort of only made things even more confusing. Here's what we heard from them.
It was reported by the bus driver. We have no report of any serious injuries. I'm not aware of passengers on the bus, but certainly the bus driver reported it as he was required to do and in the right timeframes. And I'm advised there was about $2,000 damage in the vehicle.
So they're kind of playing down that there was a serious accident.
Yeah, they have acknowledged that there was an accident between a car and a bus. The spokesperson for Virginia Giuffre has said that she is in a serious condition and that she was the passenger of this car, that she went home after the accident.
But police weren't involved.
Yeah, but police weren't involved. So it sort of was all, it went
through
emergency
a bingle rather than an accident.
Exactly, a bingle rather than an accident. But right now the kind of details of her hospital visit are unclear, but we do know that she did go to hospital after the crash, not immediately after, but went home and then went to hospital.
Could have she already had this life-threatening condition condition before it happened?
Well, we don't even know.
Renal
if
failure
she
can come
has.
on like that. She may have been home and then needed to go to the hospital for when her kidney started to shut down. We don't know.
We don't know, but I think some questions have sort of been bubbling up around whether or not her mental health has anything to do with all of this. She announced that she'd split from her husband of 22 years just a few days before the alleged accident. So she made an Instagram post last week where she shared photos of her kids saying that she was shattered and misses them. She has 3 children, and essentially the implication is that she is not living with them at the moment, that the father has custody of the children. So there's that whole element of it. It's really worrying.
I hope she's
regardless.
okay because she's obviously traumatised, and her past and the way it's been dealt. Imagine taking on the royal family, all of that. That obviously comes with a toll.
And also that's not going to help her case as well, because some would say, well, you know, you made this up. What else did you make up?
Well, yeah, that's the really kind of sinister side of this, is that she's obviously been through horrific trauma in her past, and now if this is an elaborate kind of lie or an exaggeration.
Or a Munchausen's kind of moment.
Yeah, that people will question her is really sad. And also the added element of having the British tabloids interested in something like this. We know how relentless they are. You know, decades and decades of evidence tells us that they will chase everything to the nth degree. So, you know, if she is going through something awful, physical or emotional, it's really concerning knowing that there's this added pressure.
Yeah.
It's yucky.
Yeah, and the royal family wanting to spin it one way, I'm sure.
Exactly.
You can imagine the conspiracy theories online.
Oh, Prince Andrew will be loving it.
Yeah.
No sweat for Andrew.
Anyway, we'll keep an eye on it and keep you updated when we get a little bit more information.
Em, thank you. There she goes, Em Gillespie. Check her out at the Daily Oz.
Jonesy and Amanda. Sam Nation.
Podcast.
Amanda Keller narrates the groundbreaking new series Airborne. Starts 7:30 tonight on 10.
We're living a gram right now.
Who wants some free money?
Instant.
Going fast.
Moolah.
I like the sound of that.
Jonesy and Amanda's
Yes, I do. I put on my David Attenborough voice. Can I say that it starts tonight on Channel 10, 7:30. The vision is extraordinary, the most incredible nature vision, read by the most extraordinary voiceover person you can imagine. And more than just a fish.
That's what you are. You're more than just a fish.
I am.
10 questions, 60 seconds on the clock. You can pass if you don't know an answer. We'll come back to that question if time permits. If you get all the questions right, you win $1,000.
You do, but thanks to Airborne, starts tonight, 7:30 on Channel 10. You get $1,000 if you get those 10 questions right. We have a bonus question. It's normally worth double or nothing, which means it would take it up to $2,000. Today, that bonus question is worth $2,000 on its own. So if you win everything, $3,000.
Not once, not twice, but 3 times a lady. Shannon is in Camden. Hello, Shannon.
Hello, legends. How are you?
We are very well.
Oh, let's see if we can get you $3,000.
We're all doing Amanda's voices now.
Well,
because now she's the big voiceover. She's like John Laws.
Well, I am. No,
Say Val.
I'd rather be Attenborough than John Laws, if that's all right.
Sweetheart, I'll give you a big cup of Valvoline.
Okay, well, we all have our thing. Shannon, let's start with this bit. 10 questions, 60 seconds. If you're not sure, say pass. We usually have time to come back, okay?
You'll get my best.
Okay, Shannon, here we go. Here comes question number 1. What animal says meow?
Cat.
Question 2. What's the name of the planet that we live on?
Earth.
Question 3. In which country did pasta originate?
Italy.
Question 4. What's the name of the fairy in Peter Pan?
Pass.
Question 5. True or false? Guy Sebastian won the first Australian Idol.
True.
Question 6. In which sport would you perform a slam dunk?
Basketball.
Question 7. Who wrote the plays Macbeth and Romeo and Juliet?
Pass.
Question 8. Taste the rainbow is a slogan for which lolly?
Pass.
Question 9. What's the human body's largest organ?
The epidermis.
Question 10. In which museum would you find the Mona Lisa?
Pass.
Okay, back to question 4. What's the name of the fairy in Peter Pan?
Tinkerbell.
Question 7. Who wrote Macbeth and Romeo and Juliet?
Shakespeare.
Taste the rainbow. Which lolly?
Skittles.
In which country, in which museum would you find the Mona Lisa?
Oh, Italy.
Which museum?
Paris. Oh, yeah.
It's the Louvre.
Oh, right.
Museum.
Bro. And thanks for throwing epidermis in there as well. What a head check.
We just had skin here, but yes, same thing.
Wow. That's
Shannon.
not as easy as it seems.
You did really well.
You did well, Shannon.
Look, if you'd been a bit faster and if you'd got the Louvre in there.
Yep.
Oh, so close, hey.
Shannon, thank you for playing. I think that means that the money jackpot's tomorrow.
It now triples the bonus. The bonus
will be worth $3,000 tomorrow, so you can win $4,000.
Whoa.
All right, well,
I'm
that's
going to make
tomorrow.
sure I listen.
Don't forget to watch Airborne tonight, starting 7:30 on Channel 10.
Jam Nation.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
How are you feeling? We ate pickled garlic with sriracha and some sprinkles of thyme leaves in there. That was our TikTok tucker. I'm having some reverberations.
Yeah, you've managed to get everyone here working for
That's not true. You've had a cup of tea. I've asked for a peppermint tea. You said, woke.
Every 2 seconds.
I've had a Gaviscon. I've had some chewing gum.
Can someone give me some?
I take my job seriously, and I take my. And there are repercussions from eating TikTok tucker sometimes, and today's one of those.
We can drop the segment if you want.
No.
We can always do that if you wanted.
Next week, I'm just going to have ice cream and sprinkles. I saw it on TikTok.
There's a lot of news at the moment about Jetstar flights in particular. We had the punch up on the flight from Melbourne to Bali.
And then we had a flight from Bali back to Melbourne with a woman trying to open the plane door.
Yeah.
And then we took a caller earlier this morning who said he's very surprised this hasn't been reported. He said someone he knew worked at the airport. This is at Qantas.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't even think this person was a passenger. They'd gone into the airport. Massive guy punched a 90-year-old woman, headbutted a member of Qantas staff, and it took 10 civilians to bring him down before the police got there.
Was he wearing a pilot's uniform?
I don't know.
I get a bit stroppy.
There has been talk this morning, we put this to the pub test, about being breathalyzed before you board a plane. One person made a very good point. He said, well, how about when I get into a cab, do I need to be breathalyzed? These places, yes, not everyone's going to be violent, but you should be allowed to have a drink.
Yep.
So, I don't know. But in the midst of us talking about that, lots of calls came through about stuff people have seen. You know something I saw recently? It wasn't violent, but it was mank.
Yep.
This was a guy waiting in line to board a plane in a business outfit, business suit. He was flossing his teeth and kind of flicking it out.
Oh,
come on. Old Peter Stuyvesant old commercials about the glamour of flying.
They were the good old days, the golden age of flight.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were good times. And then they made discount airlines and then everyone could fly.
And fair enough. You are allowed to democratise flight.
Of course. But I guess you get a different calibre of person.
You do. When the pilot's wearing thongs, you go, come on.
When he's got his neck tattoo, he's got his insignia on his neck.
So the tribal drum, we thought we'd let you tell your stories. We took a few of them off air before. Fly the unfriendly skies.
Come fly with me. Enough is enough.
The majesty of flight.
What have you seen?
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation podcast.
There has been a slew, I like saying the word slew.
I know you do.
Of bad behaviour, funnily enough, on Jetstar.
Not just Jetstar. We heard something that happened at the Qantas check-in yesterday.
Yeah, we're trying to...
What's going on with people? We spoke to the pub test. We opened the lines to the pub test earlier. Lots of people having opinions on whether people should be breathalyzed before they go on planes. But in the midst of that, we took a whole lot of calls about things people have seen. So we thought we'd turn it into the tribal drum today. Fly the unfriendly skies.
Come fly with me. Enough is enough.
Brad is with us.
Hi, Brad.
Morning.
What'd you see?
It was back in the 80s when you could smoke in aircrafts. I was sitting up the back in the smoking section, non-smoker, but I didn't have a choice, so I was smoking that day. There was a commotion up the front of the aircraft. The guy in a suit had run down the back and told everyone to stop smoking. There was a lot of smoke in the air. It was terrible. So he went missing, and then suddenly the plane started dropped to below 10,000 feet apparently, and then the captain walked past me, went out to the back with two crew members and opened the back door and got all the smoke out of the aircraft. And that's serious. Yeah, I found out that it could be done. And it sucked all the air out.
Yep.
Obviously, the passenger was happy. He shut up, and all the smoke disappeared, and we went back up to cruising altitude and ended up in Hawaii.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
And what plane was it, Brad?
747. It was an old SP, it's called. I work for Qantas, so I sort of knew I was...
Wow.
It's amazing, and it's happened before, apparently.
Yeah,
so
the old SP. Yeah, the old man used to fly those.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say...
a shorter 747.
I thought you were going to say that the passenger got pushed out the back.
He would have gone too. That's what they did in the 80s.
Yeah.
If you whinge...
You're going to complain?
You're off the
Where's
plane.
my special meal? See
Not
you,
like
mate.
these woke pilots these days.
Oh. Thank you, Brad. What a story. Hello, Leslie. What have you seen?
Again, this was a long time ago. We'd gone to Perth, my daughter and I. She was 6 at the time. There's a very bad storm, and this man started screaming out, "Oh shit!" And he kept going and kept going and kept going. The hostess came up to him and she said, "Excuse me, sir." She said, "You're scaring all the children. Can you just stop? You're a regular flyer. You need to just stop." And he goes, "I'm effing scared."
Okay.
That one, he's frightened?
Oh, that one, not at all, no. Anyway, he got worse to come because when we landed, the plane just skid everywhere, so
yeah, right.
It was very bad. Yeah, very bad.
See,
thank you.
What this tells us is that this isn't just recent.
No, it's been around for years.
Maybe because people film everything on their phones now, we're seeing all these and they make the news. Maybe this kind of behaviour's always gone on. We're going to take more of your calls. Fly the unfriendly skies.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast. Jonesy and Amanda.
What have you done to my head?
It looked like Jim Carrey. He's a movie star. The front looks good. It'll grow back in a second.
After a spate of bad behaviour on planes, largely Jetstar flights, the tribal drum is beating this morning. Fly the unfriendly skies.
Come fly with me. Enough is enough.
Hello, Michelle. What have you seen on a flight?
My husband and I were on a Jetstar flight to Bali earlier this year, and I was drinking lemonade from them, and I was adding my favourite Powerade to the drink, and everyone was asleep, so it was late. The gentleman walked up, one of the flight attendants. He said, "Oh, what are you drinking?" I said, "I'm drinking lemonade and blue Powerade." So he snatched it from my tray table and put his finger in it and tried it. And then he looked at me and said, "What are you drinking?" I said, "Blue Powerade and lemonade." He said, "Just remember you're in my country now." And he walked back off. And then when we landed about 30 minutes later, we had about 5 police enter the aircraft and escort us to the airport, off the plane to the airport. Big commotion over nothing.
What? were you flying Indonesian airline?
No, we were flying Jetstar to Bali.
Yeah.
And then, we had to buy a Indonesian airline back because they put a flight restriction on us.
What did they think you were drinking?
I don't know. That's what he said. "What are you drinking?" I told you. So he stuck his finger in it. I said, "I already told you what I was drinking."
And he said, "You're in my country now." What does that even mean?
That's what he said. Yeah. A little bit rude.
It was a little bit rude.
It's a little bit rude.
Oh, my gosh.
I know.
That's extraordinary.
We tried to contact Jetstar and that, but they sort of blew us off a bit and haven't really paid any attention to it.
That is outrageous.
So dips his finger in. You're in my country now.
And then you get escorted by police and you have to get another flight back.
Michelle, I think you can blame your fellow travellers for that. That's what's happened. That's not your fault. That's not on you, Michelle, but it's on the people that have gone before you.
Wow, but get a police escort.
Maybe so.
Yeah,
I'm hearing everyone's stories.
And then you had to fly Indonesian Airlines back.
What a story. Hello, Melody. What have you seen on a plane?
Melody.
Hi, Melody. Hi, what have you seen on a plane?
Well, my now ex-husband and I were flying international, and we sat down and were getting strapped in. It was 3 across, and next to the window was this gorgeous little old lady. She looked like Miss Marple, and my husband sat in the middle, and he is the sweetest, gentlest man, but he's a big guy. He's 6'3", and so anyway, she engaged us in conversation. She asked us about the weather. As soon as we took off and we hit altitude, she started screaming, "He's touching me, he's touching me."
Right.
And we didn't even know. She was screaming out, "He's touching me, don't touch me," and shrieking. The hostie came over, and we just looked at her. We just said, I'm sorry, I don't know what's happening. And it turned out she just wanted a seat to herself. She wanted to be moved.
Oh.
So your husband wasn't touching her?
No.
Oh, God, no. God, no.
What did the flight attendant do?
She just said to us, I am so sorry about this. And I said to her, I don't know what's happening. And the woman kept screeching. She moved the woman, and the woman promptly sort of laid down and stretched out.
Oh.
The hostie came back to us. The hostie came back to us with champagne and said, I'm so sorry, but, there was nothing I could do but just placate her.
And also you had to move her because you could not have spent the rest of that flight sitting next to her.
No, that's right. And there may not have been, I don't know why they didn't move us, but she would have had her 3 seats anyway.
Oh.
So she pulled out a pillow and took her knitted hat off and slept the whole way.
She's wearing a knitted hat. But your marriage didn't survive this. That's why I was saying. It was your ex-husband.
Oh, no, we're best friends. It was nothing to do with that, but it was just so funny.
Hang on, but you said at the time it was your ex-husband, but did I get that wrong?
Ex now?
No, we were married at the time, but we've since divorced.
Okay.
But he's my best friend,
Okay.
so
What a
he's
scam.
the gentlest man ever.
What a
It was such
scam.
scam.
And they should have moved you. You're right. You should have had those 3 seats.
You should be up the pointy end of the plane.
Yeah.
Sitting next to the pilot. He's touching me. He's touching me.
Wow.
Melody.
God, there's
thank
kooks
you.
everywhere.
It's Kook City. Thank you for all your calls.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Gold butter 1.7. Hello there. It's Jonesy and Amanda. It's Wednesday, the 2nd of April. Partly cloudy, 25 degrees
Your
in the city.
birthday tomorrow.
Oh, is it? Is it really?
3rd of April, my nephew's birthday and your
26
birthday.
in our west.
How old will you be tomorrow?
I will be 57. I thought I was going to be turning 58. So now I've
See,
gained a year.
the mid-range, you'd never imagine
Yep.
it, but it is easy to forget.
I'm now mid to late 50s. I've been at this radio station. I remember when I started here when I was 35.
You're mid to late 30s.
Mid to late 30s. And I remember Merrick Watts saying, that's a bad move, man. You're not going to last there.
Why?
I don't know. He just said that's a bad move.
What's he doing?
Well, he just said at the time.
No, but what's he doing now?
I don't know. He's doing wine. He drinks wine and does shows and stuff like
and
that.
you're here playing Got My Mind Set on You.
I've been doing it so long, people have forgotten that I'm doing it. Don't tell anyone. But I'm looking forward to you pulling out the stops for me tomorrow.
I'm going to pull out some stops. I'm going to put some stops back in. And I've just reminded myself it's your birthday, so I've got some things to do today.
I must say, I want to give you the clap that you so richly deserve.
What's this for?
Tonight on the telly at 7:30, you have joined the esteemed club of voiceover person for your new show, Airborne.
Yes, I am doing the David Attenborough. I'm voicing a most incredible nature documentary series. There's 4 of them. Start tonight.
Let's hear some of your chops.
I'm more than a tree climber. More than cold-blooded. More than a web weaver.
Yeah,
Moron.
I like it. You kind of sassy inflection. More than a web
That's the promo. The actual, it takes 3 hours to record an hour-long show.
Yep.
Because, you've got to be in the moment. He leapt for his life. That kind of stuff.
Is that what you're doing? Because I did some voiceovers for motorbike cops.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I know what it's like. I know what it's like.
Sure.
It's peak hour on a Thursday and the motorbike cops are patrolling the Sydney CBD when they spot one guy in a big hurry. Yeah, so you got to sell the jeopardy a bit. That's all I'll say to you.
This show has a lot of jeopardy.
You gotta sell
This show has
more than just a fish.
This show has a lot of jeopardy.
Yeah.
It's about animals protecting their young. It's about, are they going to procreate this spring?
Yep.
There's a lot of jeopardy for survival.
But how would you say, been pulled up and he's dressed as Batman and he's got a carton of open beer?
How do you say it?
Mark has spotted an open case of beer on the passenger seat. Mark is about to give Batman a breath test. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but you also, don't forget, have said this.
I eat my poo.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, it's all swings and roundabouts.
It is 7:30 tonight
Yeah, Airborne.
on Channel 10.
Jam Nation.
Everybody shout! Come on now, sing out! It's time for the ghoulies get together.
$20,000 just for having a whinge. You can go to iHeartRadio app, go to Gold 1017, press the microphone, record your ghoulie. What have we got today?
Boom.
I'm trying to get some business done today, and to get it completed, I needed a screenshot of my bank account. I was like, God damn, my bank is the one that blacks out the screenshot. You can't take screenshots. So I was like, all right, let me just bother the strangers around me. I was like, hey, would you please take a photo of my bank account and send it to me? And this woman starts acting like weird equals dangerous. Weird does not equal dangerous. It equals weird, weirdo.
I I don't know if I'd do that.
I don't know if I'd do that.
Because I'm not smart enough to know whether I'm being scammed
Which
or not.
bank does that? I've never had to take a screenshot.
And if it blacks you out, how can someone else do it? So she'd show them the
so
screen.
she holds the phone up to that person's phone and then they take a picture of your account. So basically you're going up to Johnny Stranger and you'll say, can you take a picture of my account? I don't know if that's wise. I don't know
that
if I'd
makes
be doing
me anxious all
because you're
round.
showing a complete stranger and then you'd have to get them to delete that picture.
Why can't, if they can take a picture of it, why is it different on your phone? Because your bank won't let you get a screenshot.
You go the.
Oh, I see. So they take a shot of it.
So they take a shot of your screen open.
Gotcha.
Do you see?
I understand.
I know that you got caught up by the wallet police one time.
Well,
the wallet
that
inspectors.
Nigerian prince wasn't going to bring himself out here.
What else have we got?
What gets my ghoulies, guys, are the annoying nicknames that my family have for me, and here are some of them they've given me over the years. My eldest son and youngest daughter call me Mum Bum because apparently I have a big bum. My husband calls me Little Blocks because apparently my feet look like SpongeBob. And my eldest daughter calls me Mlem, M-E-L-M, short for memory loss mum, because I forget everything. I have a few nicknames for them, guys, but I'm not allowed to say them on the radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets my ghoulies.
Yeah, maybe you should let loose.
Let fly. Maybe we should have put up a Ghoulies page where people can just let fly.
Let fly.
But we'd love to hear from you, and all you've got to do is contact us via the iHeartRadio app. Download it, go to the little microphone there, record it, and you could win $20,000 cash thanks to Marcel Stocks and Gravies. It's 6 to 9.
Our favourite caller, email or Facebook friend wins overnight accommodation for two in a signature deluxe room, including sparkling wine. This is at the Grace Hotel, located in the heart of the Sydney CBD. Beautiful.
You also get the Jonesy and Amanda tea towel and keyring as well.
Lots of drama going on in the air at the moment. There have been 2 incidents on Jetstar flights to and from Bali. We were talking about this on the pub test, and there was an anonymous caller who called through to inform us about an incident that hasn't been reported that happened just yesterday.
A gentleman's come into the airport of a large nature and punched a 90-year-old in the stomach, thrown her up against a window, and then a very brave Qantas staff approached the gentleman to try and settle it down. He got head-butted in the head by this guy. It took 10 passengers to jump on this guy and bring him to the ground. I think the AFP finally got there and they arrested the gentleman.
Because the pilot got called in on his day off. I'm not doing that.
Righto, you two. That's enough.
Well, Gold 101.7's Famous Five continues with Rob Duckworth, Bon Jovi, Madonna, Robbie Williams, John Farnham, Pink. We pay when they play.
That's what it's all about. We'll be back from 6 tonight for Jam Nation.
We will see you then.
Good day to you.
Well, thank God that's over.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Wipe the tears, baby, tears from your eyes.
Catch Jonesy and Amanda's podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Catch up on what you've missed on the free iHeartRadio app.